Things might get weird.
Yeah.
Welcome to our life.
Welcome to another episode of the Hewlett House podcast. Today is a new day.
Woo!
Say what?
Today's the best day. It's a good day to have a new day.
That's right. Life is my life. You said this last time. My life is good. That actually made me laugh. It was good. A little Nacho Libre reference. If you didn't pick that up on the last episode.
I don't know if you know this, but I'm pretty funny sometimes.
I know why a lot of people don't do podcasts, because you get vulnerable and you show how big of a mess you really are in your life.
Yeah, welcome to the innards of our life.
Yeah, and what's funny is, I don't know, I've told you this morning, we've had just more changes in life. I told some colleagues and friends yesterday that it just feels like, I feel like the winds of change are pushing at our back, and I'm just trying to get the sails in the right direction.
Yeah.
I really do. I felt that way for a while, and I just kind of felt stuck a little bit. And anyway, the whole reason why I tested out school and everything. Here's a little update.
Did you catch that? Did you catch the test?
I withdrew from school yesterday, and I'm glad I actually did sign up for it and do it. And I'm glad I didn't quit a month ago, because I would have just quit because it was hard. But now I just kind of came to the realization, like, hey, this is like a finance and accounting degree, like a minor in that at least. Just the value didn't seem to be there as much as I'd hoped, and it wasn't leading to a career path that I think I wanted to go down. So luckily I was able to make the decision fairly quickly from being in it, but I don't know how many hours of school and homework I've spent the last 2 months or a month and a half at least, has been pretty heavy. But I have learned, I was in a cool class where I learned some cool stuff. And anyway, so we're out of that, and we'll see what the next phase is for us. Still kind of chugging along in real estate and having some really cool meetings and meeting with some really interesting people about some other ideas, and we'll see where life goes. But
Whoop.
Oh, by the way, it was my 5-year mark in real estate. I passed it
on Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Late, because
Happy late Valentine's Day. So that is just crazy how fast time goes.
Yeah, crazy.
But Jack this week, he's had a hard time with the teacher at school, for his teacher at school where he's been for this whole year, and we've tried to get him to just hang in there, and it's an older guy.
Well, mainly it's just that we want to make sure you are going to deal with hard people all your life. So we wanted to give him the opportunity to learn and grow and learn how to deal with hard people. But this last week, it became more than just having to deal with hard people, and it was more emotionally damaging, if you will, than we thought it was. So,
well, he told us multiple times he's lost several of his assignments throughout the year.
His teacher has lost Jack's.
Yeah, and then
he keeps blaming it on Jack, and so Jack keeps feeling targeted, and he feels like he's being bullied, and he feels talked down to more than, and not. He's used the word not safe, and I'm not okay with him not being not safe.
Yeah.
He said, I
try
want
to get him to buck
feel
up and
safe. And I said, I want that too.
Yeah. But he's a good kid, and anyway, felt like the right decision, and so we made it. And you went and dropped him off this morning at his new school and did the tour, and we'll see how it goes today.
It was harder than I expected.
Yeah, in
but
what ways?
It's just because
why was it hard, do you think?
Because it's a whole new world. He's been in a school where there are, how many kids in his quote unquote class? Probably 100.
Oh,
no, 100
grade,
in his grade total.
Yeah,
and so his school is fairly small. He knows everybody. Just going from comfort and knowing to this big public great unknown.
Yeah, he's been in a charter school.
And I don't know. When I walked in, it seemed great. And the people there that I met seemed really nice and friendly. But it's just different.
So he went from a charter school to a middle school where he'll have multiple different teachers throughout the day.
Yeah, so he will have 7 classes as opposed to just one and one teacher, which he's like, he was saying he is kind of excited about, because if he doesn't like a teacher, then it's okay, because he's only there for an hour a day instead of 6 hours every day.
Right.
5 days a week.
So. Yeah, I think it's been a good lesson for everybody.
Yeah.
It's been good. Our other kids are doing good. I was a little late going to preschool this morning, but, rock and roll.
do what we do.
She's so cute.
She's loved going to preschool.
Yeah, she played all shy this morning when I dropped her off.
Yeah, she does that. It's so funny. I don't know why she does that.
Yeah.
But now you take kids to 3 different schools.
Yeah, the joy of that.
But next year, if Taft does, well, if either of the other 2 do public, then we're going to 4. So buckle up. Let's do this.
Yeah. Technically,
everybody goes to a different school.
Yeah, that's right. Jeez.
So
keep it simple. We're doing a really good job of that.
Nope. That's boring.
Yeah. But it seems like the best thing, and it actually kind of works out with, it'll just be a little more driving and a little more commute. But
yeah, so it's a good thing I got a new car so it can.
Heck yeah.
New. My quote unquote new. It's just a few years newer.
Yeah.
Same exact car.
What'd you get, babe?
I got myself a Toyota Sienna. You know me.
My practical wife over here. I've tried to ask Jessica for years what she would want, and I've finally, after years and hours of asking, she loves like the Chevy Tahoe. She likes Chevy. If we had a bigger garage, maybe a Suburban or something, but that's still a little big, and the Tahoe doesn't have enough storage, and the Sienna, it's more practical because the kids can open the door and not bang other people's cars, which we do appreciate.
Listen, there's nothing that gives me the cringe more than when I have to tell my kids 5 million times, even the kids sitting in the front seat, they're old enough to know, watch when I open the door so I don't bang the person next to me. No. I still have to tell them. So think about having to do that in 4 different doors and yelling. It's just one less thing for me to have to yell about.
Yeah.
There it is.
And the storage room is incredible.
It is incredible. You can't beat it. For this season in life,
it works.
It is the best car.
Yeah.
The best car for this season in life.
Yeah. If you have a minivan, hit us up. We could start a club.
Minivan club.
Put stickers on our club, like how cool motorcycle people wave at each other. That's half the reason. Other than I would be scared to die on a motorcycle, like someone hitting me. Mm-hmm. Because I've seen it happen, and that was brutal to watch. But
yeah, no, thank you.
All the motorcycle people that wave at each other, it would give me anxiety to have a motorcycle and feel like I had to wave at every single person I drove by. And I always laugh at like the big Harley guy and the big Harley guy driving down the road, and there's this little guy
like
on like a Honda Shadow.
We'll post what these are. What we mean by this. It happens.
The Vespa guy's waving at the Harley guy.
Yeah.
If you're that guy, let us know.
That's amazing.
Anyway, I thought it was.
I think it's cool.
You're
in a club.
Yeah.
Hayden doesn't like to be pressured into social situations.
I guess so.
Don't get him a freaking bike because he doesn't want to have to.
Forget to wave at a biker gang, you get beat up or something.
So don't make me have to be a part of this club.
That kind of does explain me, huh? If I do this, do I have to do that?
So you're telling me if I sign here.
What kind of commitment am I getting myself into?
What are the underlying things in this
What's
contract?
in the small print?
Yeah.
Oh my hell, that's too true. I need to work on something.
Note to self.
I have a few friends. If they're listening, they're just shaking their heads, laughing at me right now.
Oh my gosh, dude, that's amazing. I'm so sorry that you Actually, I'm cool with it because I don't really want you to have a bike anyway. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and ride that one out.
Yeah.
Sorry, baby. Remember, you're gonna have to wave at people.
What's funny is I'll wave at people in my car. Some of them I don't even know. They're just in our neighborhood. I'm wave, or if I'm outside taking out the trash, a car goes by, I'll wave. I don't know.
Yeah, me too.
Try to keep the small town spirit, I guess.
Yeah.
Here.
I got in trouble one time for not waving, but they had a new car.
Yeah.
Somebody in the neighborhood. They're like, I waved at you the other day and you didn't wave back. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't even see you.
I would have said, I don't want to wave at you.
But they had a new car, so it wasn't my fault. Anyway.
Well, they know you're not that way.
No,
you're not,
I know.
like
they were
that.
just teasing me, but still, I'm like, bleh.
That's funny.
Don't give me in trouble.
Well, hey, we have a few hot takes Jess wanted to go over.
I thought it would be fun to do a hot take episode or,
may do a few of these.
Unpopular opinions that we have.
Do you believe in aliens? I want to ask you that.
Listen, Linda, let's start with this first. Precursor, these are our opinions. Don't come after us for... I mean, we could talk about them if you want to talk about them, but...
I'd like to. I love the idea of aliens being real, but I want to hear what
Don't cancel us for our opinions here. This is why it's called hot take.
Or do cancel us.
Please don't.
We'll release our podcast on...
Please don't. We need this therapy in
on
our
the
lives.
internet. We'll send it in an email to you guys.
Send it in an email. Okay, so the first thing, just something...
Do you believe in aliens? Have aliens visited?
No, aliens haven't visited me.
No, but have they visited here?
Oh, for sure.
You believe that?
For sure.
Like something or someone from another planet or galaxy far, far away has been here in a spaceship and flown around our place here.
For sure. My sister one time,
yeah,
I was driving with her and my niece. I asked if I could give this, and she's like, sure, I don't even care. Yes, you can tell them anything about me. I was like,
yeah. You guys were doing a bunch of drugs.
Thank you. Yeah, we were totally high. No, actually, we'd just gotten back. We were just leaving the kids' music performance. They had a concert. We were just leaving. Okay. We're headed to go get ice cream.
This is at night?
Yeah, this is at night.
Okay.
We're headed, it was back farm road that we were on. And I was in the second row seats. Ash and Maggie were in the front seat. And all of a sudden, they just went white and freaked out. And I was...
What?
And I was like... What?
Megan and Ashley did?
Yes. They're all, did you see that? I didn't see anything. I was in the second seat. They said they saw, it was like glowy, neon-y light flash across the sky.
Yeah.
And just go. It was not a shooting star.
It didn't like crash land into the earth.
That would have been awesome.
Was it flying into the earth or away from the earth?
Just across the sky. And she said it was pretty close.
Really?
So like straight. But
it wasn't a satellite?
No,
it was bigger than that?
It was closer than that.
Really?
So she was saying, from what they explained to me,
okay,
it seemed like, you know how they'll like come into, it's like a vortex thing. They come into and out through a vortex, right? Or that's like kind of what I explained.
They're those
where it was here because it was passing through, but quickly went back out.
Yeah. That's kind of what happened, they said?
It's what it seemed like.
We should ask him.
I should double check with her that this is it. But the way that she explained it to me before, that's kind of what I envisioned. So that's my envision of her explanation.
Yeah. I talked to an uncle of mine yesterday, and aliens actually came up in the conversation, and he has an experience where he saw, and multiple people saw it. We should have him on to talk about it. But then I know someone else that I'm close to that has never lied. They don't lie about stuff. They're really good people, like has never lied to me ever.
Yeah. And
they would never make something like this up, that swears on their life they straight up saw it as a kid out in the middle of nowhere where they had a ranch. And anyway, maybe we could do an episode on people's UFO experiences. But yeah, I definitely think that there's other life forms that have visited here. I want to believe it really badly. And some of these guys that I've listened to on Rogan, where is it Lieutenant Faber that was an Air Force pilot, and they kind of locked in on this UFO that went up really fast and went down, and I think they say they even go underwater and all that stuff. And apparently a lot of these Air Force pilots have seen this type of stuff. And he had another one on not too long ago that talked about as soon as they upgraded their radar systems in some of their jets, that they started seeing him more and more. Like, I think it was out on the East Coast is where they were seeing him. But anyway.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though, is that as LDS members, right? Mm-hmm. We believe in multiple universes, or like that there's more than one. Why am I struggling with the
more
word?
Than one world? There's more. There's
gosh.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's not too far set off.
Yeah, I think if you listen to people though, that the fact like the universe is massive, and apparently it's either growing at a fast rate, or we're finding more of it at a faster rate.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor, but
what?
But a lot of people, I think a lot of people feel like it's common sense that, hey, we're probably not the only life form here. I thought I did see an article recently. I should look it up. We can talk about it later. That did say they found a new Earth, but I can't remember how far away it was, and if they think there could be life on it or something. But this could be totally bullcrap.
Well, what was that?
I read on some article.
Sorry, going back to Joe Rogan, you showed me a post the other day that he posted, and it was an article, and it said one of the things that they've shot down lately, they're saying was not.
Yeah, the White House says it is not a UFO, is not aliens, and he's like, his post said, "Now I'm starting to think it's aliens."
Yeah, didn't necessarily put that out there before, but now I'm starting to think it is.
Yeah, I don't think that we're going to be able to most likely shoot any of these down with our technology if they are aliens, because their tech seems to be better than ours. But is it China messing with us or our own crap? And anyway, that could be a whole other subject. But yeah. All right. Yes, aliens are real. Opinion number 1.
Boom. You know what I think is
send us your alien
overrated?
Stories. Text us or message us or email us.
Oh my gosh! Will you please?
That would be awesome.
I want to hear alien stories.
Wouldn't that be fun?
I think so.
Oh, we'll
put a link at the bottom.
The other, don't we have that little form?
Yeah, we've got a form. You can send your stories in.
The guy from Blink-182, is it Tom DeLonge or something? He
That's an unfortunate last name.
Maybe make sure that name's right. Maybe take that out. DeLonge would be a killer last name. Sorry.
I am not mature enough for that.
Grow up, Jessica.
I'm so sorry.
Google it. Are you looking it up?
What's his name?
Tom DeLonge.
But like, who's he? Blink-182?
Blink-182 singer. He broke off and did Angels and Airwaves, and he's...
That's it. Yeah. You nailed it.
Don't
Poor guy.
Me.
Poor guy.
I loved Blink-182. They were our...
I'm not dissing on
huge.
you. I just...
Coming up. Growing up. He is huge into aliens, okay? He thinks they're coming from... They're interdimensional. They're maybe coming in from... Well, that they're...
Another dimension. Yeah. That's what I was saying.
Time, space... Maybe they're coming in from...
they're
porting
vortex.
Over, kind of like you said.
Vortex,
I think
but dimension. That's kind of what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think that's kind of his take from what I've heard him say. But no, I know. That's why it almost seems valid.
Okay, so let's talk about Seri.
I love technology. Name that movie.
Not as much as you see. Napoleon Dynamite.
What's his name? Kip.
Yeah.
He's singing at the computer, chatting with his hot babe online. You don't like Apple Watches. Go ahead. Tell us why.
Well, let's start with Seri first.
Okay.
Seri's kind of the worst. Because she just shows up unannounced when you're not even trying to get a hold of her.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, like twice today for me already. I bumped my watch.
Yeah, and I don't even think I had Seri on, and all of a sudden she just randomly shows up.
I find myself talking down to Seri a lot when she pipes in. I call her names and stuff. And
rude.
If it ends up becoming some AI, I'll probably be the first one she kills. I'm sorry, Seri. I know you're listening. Let's be friends.
Really, I honestly don't. I know that there are people that are worried that they're listening in on us, but really, I'm not that cool. If you want to hear what I have to say, it's not that, like, I don't have anything to hide.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
We're here letting it all out on this podcast, but it's just more annoying than anything. But we did go to a movie this weekend.
Yeah, on Saturday we went and saw Missing.
And
I liked it. It was maybe a one-timer for me.
Yeah, I really liked it. There were like twists in it. And so when I guess maybe I would watch it one more time just to kind of see if I could track the trail of the twist. Yeah. But
it was good.
I liked it. But not to give too much of any
spoilers.
If you want to watch it and don't want anything close to a spoiler, change it or fast forward. But she used Seri in the best way I figured you could probably ever use Seri.
Yeah.
So
that
changed my mind just a little bit.
Yeah.
I won't say too much because I don't want to ruin it. But
yeah, it can be used for good and bad, and it can make life easier. But the struggle I have with technology is it's supposed to make our lives easier, and it just seems to consume us. I think I mentioned last time that I got rid of TikTok, and I really do feel better. Like there is a part of me that's a little bit happier. Not huge. And we even shared this with the kids last night that we know younger people that have iPhones and apps and they Snapchat and all the stuff and don't seem too happy. And that's part of the reason we've avoided letting our kids have iPhones up to this point. They have
social media.
They have a phone, but we limit the apps that they can get in social media. And, yeah. We just think it's, I don't know, we're one of those boring parents. But you see interviews, and I've heard things that these app developers don't even let their own kids get on the apps.
Right.
So what does that tell you? You know,
for sure. I took Maddie for her yearly checkup, whatever.
Yeah.
And he saw that she had a phone, and he's like, okay, what kind of phone does she have? What does she use her phone for? He was asking, the doctor was asking questions.
Cool. Yeah.
And yeah, I thought it was great too. And he mainly boiled down to, I just told her, I said, it's a dumb phone. It just talks, text. It does have some apps to it. She has TrueMe right now. I think it's the most user friendly, and you can give and take as much as you want, personally, and still kind of be safe.
TrueMe?
TrueMe, TROOMI.
It's a social media app for...
No. This is the phone.
Oh.
This is the phone.
I'm sorry.
In there.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay.
So, I have that one for her, but she still has apps that she uses with school and with church. They have GroupMe and stuff on it. So it's a good happy medium phone for me, but no social on it, which the doctor specifically said studies are coming out of graduated kids going later in their life saying they wish that they didn't have social media until their senior year. Because in your senior year, you can gather all your friends' information and keep in touch. But before that, it's just a comparison game.
Yeah.
And
makes sense to me.
Not necessary. Kids' brains are not fully developed.
Yeah.
Your brain is not fully developed until 24. You're not, I'm pretty sure it's 24, give or take a few years. Anyway, it's not fully developed. You cannot fully process and make correct choices. I mean, you can make good choices. Don't get me wrong. You can always make good choices. But as far as the brain being fully equipped to process everything it is taking in, it's not developed till 24. Well, if we become addicted to or have an addiction before that, our brain can stop progressing, depending on the addiction. But
is that science?
Yeah, it's science. Yeah,
it really is.
I can look it up. I'll find it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, it seems that way. I have my sister that's dealt with drug addiction, who just lost another boyfriend, by the way, last week. We heard. Oh my hell.
But dude. You think
to drug addiction, sorry, not to go down a dark road, but she does seem like she hasn't matured on. I'm sorry if you listen to this, past when 16, she started that.
17, 18,
it's
like early.
Yeah.
Or teenage years. Yeah. And so you almost can't fault them because they've had this addiction. Their brain didn't fully make all the connections.
Yeah.
Anyway, I watched a documentary on it too, and I think it was talking about the white matter. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure 100% on everything, so I'm not going to say, but it's not fully developed. I know that for a fact.
Yeah.
And it can be hindered by
I know
bringing these things in.
I know it takes so many years for our brains to develop. 24 sounds right, but I just couldn't remember. And it seems right, the addiction thing, that when you start an addiction, part of your brain maybe doesn't develop past a certain point from that time that addiction started.
Yeah.
Just based on what I've seen, but I don't know the science behind that particular.
Yeah, like I said, I think it has to do with white matter. I may sound like an idiot, but because somebody may probably know exactly what it is. I'm not.
Gray matter, white matter, purple matter.
Yeah, I think it has to do with. Anyway, but I'll have to research again and make sure before I say anything too specific.
Yeah. No, it's interesting. What's tough about, we've played around with that Chat GPT. Text just good, like the text is just in general is getting crazy, but that Chat GPT is really interesting. If you haven't played around with that, you should, people, because it's going to change our lives. I think.
It makes me nervous that we already can Google everything.
Yeah.
Why would you go to school to have a trait, to have a you know what I mean? It almost negates school.
Yeah. Well, school's interesting anyway to me, because you really can, other than the networking side of it, it's tough to really justify it. It almost seems that and I've heard this, we should study this too, but I've heard that school was set up originally to help people get through and then go work in a factory, and that just with technology changing so quickly, I feel like our kids could learn so much so fast that other than the social aspects they're learning at school, we could speed that up and make it even better. And I know Elon Musk has kind of had his hands in some of this or had thoughts on it, but holy cow, do I feel like our education system needs an overhaul. And I think a lot of people would agree with that. But
I'm talking higher education type school.
Even that
negates that, but but for sure, I still think as a child, there's so many things that you need to, like, base things that you need to learn, even if you can Googles. But
well, I'll just close with this on the tech thing that so you have ChatGPT, you have Seri. ChatGPT, you type in and get answers back, but I've heard things about Alexa, like these little, what are they called again? Pods, the
Alexa.
We have an AirPod that you can talk to, or the Alexa, the Amazon, the Echoes, and that. There was I saw some report we're just kind of shooting off the hip here, but they had these. Apparently, there was a crime committed or some domestic violence one time, and it was all recorded on the Alexa, and they went back and got a warrant to get all that out. So it's just hard to believe that if we have those devices in our home, talk about privacy. You're probably to some degree don't have them or don't have privacy. And we were talking about how we had our app. We started putting sticky notes over cameras on our Mac computers back in the day. Because all of a sudden,
probably like lights 10 to 15 years ago, we had our big Mac desktop in our bedroom because we didn't have anywhere else to put it. We were just in the basement apartment. And it would randomly, the screen would just turn on. Yeah. And so after a while, we're kind of like, what in the crap? Thinking maybe it's just getting old, whatever, at first. Yeah. But after a while, we thought, there's a camera on this. I wonder if
a little green light would turn on when the camera was running. Notice that. And that green light would kick on when the camera was running. And I remember seeing that green light kick on. But I've seen other people too put stickies over there.
So there's probably compromising video of us out there somewhere.
Well, that's like the Edward Snowden.
Tell me so that I can take it down.
Snowden that's part of the issue is he came out with it all and said. He was the guy that said, "Hey, the government's spying on you and is in your rooms and is in your seeing things and video."
Creepers.
And right.
Yeah, we put a sticky note on it and it stopped doing it. Do you remember that?
Vaguely. It's been years now, but I remember putting one over it and then
just to see.
Yeah, but then I saw this report that we Googled it and it didn't end up being true, but
debunked.
But Roomba. Apparently, think about all the devices in our homes with the Roomba and that. What if they have cameras on them and they're actually recording us during the day? And so it's a little bit of a trip, man. I don't know.
Freaking Truman Show. Here we are.
Yeah, exactly.
All of us are in the Truman Show.
Yeah, no doubt. How much permission do we give? And I remember my Uncle Kelly back in the day. He passed away a couple years ago. Really sharp guy, but I remember him telling me, we were out visiting him one time, and he had all the clearances with the government. Super brilliant, sharp, smart guy. Had several degrees in math and computer science and all this stuff. And I remember him telling me that he had this business idea of having an app where you could put it on your phone and you could track where your friends were, and it might be a fun social thing. And he said back then that the company didn't like the idea because of privacy. And I'm like, holy crap. I don't even know how I remember that conversation with him. I just remember thinking, this guy's really smart. It was right when the cell phone just started coming out, you know. I think I had the Nokia cell phone that had the snake on it. It was even a couple years, a year or two before that.
Nokia snake, huh?
Remember the snake game on Nokia phones?
I thought you meant on the phone, and I'm like, what do you...
You could play Snake.
Like a snake picture on the phone. No, Snake. No. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was a good game.
I know.
I'll bet you there's an app for that.
Yeah, and now we just willingly give over all of our information, and nothing's private anymore. And
no.
Anyway. And we were talking about the Apple Watch, how...
It's so annoying. Like, even right now, I'm just buzz, buzz, buzz.
You got to turn off notifications. Everybody, I got sick of my Apple Watch for a long time, but the only thing I use it for is for my runs and to tell the time, and I have a calendar up on it that I occasionally look at.
See, and that's almost even more annoying, like, to me, in the sense that it's trying to tell me what to do. Hey, you need to stand up and walk. And I'm like, don't tell me what to do.
Yeah, just turn
I'm folding laundry. I just sat down.
Yeah.
That's when it gets frustrating.
It gets too involved in our lives. I totally agree. But anyway.
You ended up having to take it off while you were working one time and just didn't use it for forever, except for when you were working out, because it was just too much. It was giving you anxiety.
Yeah, it was just too much crap going on, and I'm just, Someone's just like, just turn off the notifications, and I'm like, well, I guess I could just do that. There's a novel idea. Weird. But that was part of having it too, so I just realized, okay, I'm just going to turn it, I don't want to know, if I don't have my phone on me, it's for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, it's on my nightstand or something, you know, so I don't want to, if I still have my watch on, I don't want to know that my phone's ringing. I want to spend time with my family and sit down and eat dinner for 15 minutes. Like, give me 15 minutes to eat food, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway. But yeah, I think we need to be careful not to let tech ruin and run and ruin our lives. And it's tough. Even this is a super random side note, but even our pictures from Mexico that we put on Instagram, I mentioned yelling at the kids at the airport that we had a good fun time, because I feel like Instagram just makes our lives look so much better than it really is, right? We just see all the good things from it. Totally. And I don't know, I just want to appear and feel that I want to feel genuine, you know? And it was actually kind of a funny thing. Like, I've lost my crap on the kids at the airport, freaked out for a minute, and then we were good, you know? And Mexico was fun. It was a blast. But have we had better vacations? Yeah, we have. You know, I don't know.
Have we?
With them, with all four, no. But we haven't done that far and gone that crazy with them. But I'm just thinking, like, there was obviously pros and cons to that vacation. It was awesome. We had a great, fun, amazing time. But it wasn't like life-altering, crazy vacation. It was just a good time to get away in Mexico, and we came back. And I was talking to a guy that his father-in-law, in fact, yesterday I went to lunch with him. He said his father-in-law we stayed at the Moon Palace Resort, and he was telling me that they go down all the time because his father-in-law is like a timeshare there. They go and they've stayed at all the different. They have like 3 resorts that are all inclusive. And the very first day we were there, what happened? We went to that buffet, and we're all excited to go to the buffet, but the food was like
mediocre.
Okay. And our kids they were starving, and there was only like a couple things there that they would eat. and
then we ended up ordering room service after, because
yeah, we ordered room service, and then half the room service was okay too. And so it was all inclusive, and it was all there, but the food was okay. You know, you could get as much as you wanted to eat and drink, but you had to know what to get and where to go. And so there were some tricks to it, and we kind of learned them as we were there. But there was that, you know what I mean? So I don't know. It's just funny. And then there was the bait and switch. He told me, good job for this. So when we got there, when we checked in the hotel, they were telling us, if you want to go to this resort and swim
there's like a water park there.
Do the water park. It's $100 a person, unless you come to this class. And he told me, he's like, never do that. He goes, it's hours long, and you have to go through like 10 people before you have to say no to 10 different people, and they get meaner and meaner as they go to try to hard sell you on a timeshare or something. And
we already had to tell 2 or 3 people before. And then they were calling us. So,
it was crazy. It was just this
about
upsell.
The same number of people. They called us the next morning at what?
7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. We were just sleeping.
I'm like, I just want to sleep.
Yeah,
leave me alone.
I know. But anyway, that was. I don't want to make it sound worse than it was either. But it's just funny. It's just life. I don't know. Just social media and everything's funny. And I think we all know we all have our shit, I guess.
I want to talk about a few funny ones.
All right, go ahead.
Real quick. Hayden's hot take is that he thinks that The Bachelor is worse than pornography. You tell me that all the time. Explain to us your thoughts.
We're kind of going back to the back in the day of our early Mormonhood marriage.
You still tell me
arguments.
It's trash. Keep going.
I think The Bachelor and Bachelorette is trash TV for what it's worth, and I think most reality TV shows are garbage.
For sure, that's
absolute
why it's
garbage.
So great.
And a total waste of time. Here's a problem. And back me up here, people. Get my back here. I'm trying not to get angry. Deep breath here. Jess would not watch a rated R movie with me, I'm pretty sure, forever. But she would watch The Bachelor and Bachelorette. And I'm like, you think this is better than half the rated R movies I watch? This is garbage. This is total trash TV. These people they all go to an island. They're all having sex with one girl or one guy.
They're not all.
A bunch of them are. It's like it's this
Multiple,
total garbage TV.
Of,
I'm like, how do you support this crap?
It's one episode where they have that.
And I know I'm gonna get a lot of crap for this because there's Bachelor and Bachelorette
this
lover
is why
people.
I want to come. This is a good one. This is why this is a good one.
There was even one of my buddies that I knew after the mission that actually ended up being the Bachelor. I think.
What?
Yeah, remember?
No, he was on it. He was a
contestant.
Contestant.
Okay, he wasn't the main guy.
No.
But he made it pretty far.
I think so. I have to go back because I can't even remember who he was.
I can picture.
But
him.
I remember now. It's coming back to me that.
Brooke?
Was a thing.
His name was Brooke.
Brooks.
Yep, you'll know him now. Probably he was the only Brooks of the
Look
last
up Brooks.
8
That's
years.
That's so funny.
Probably.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, he was so funny. I actually really liked him, but he super cool dude. But anyway, he was on it, and I know friends that have like other people that have tried to get on it, and we would support him and laugh and whatever. But I'm just like, it is not my jam, and so it was one of those things that I was just trying to argue with you. I wouldn't say it's worse than porn. Like porn is pretty. I'm like, this is its own type of porn.
You said
women. I actually was listening to a podcast recently that was talking about how guys are into like the visual side of porn, and women are into like the storybook telling of the porn, and how they'll read it, which is why that book and movie that came out, the Grey, what was it?
50 Shades of Grey.
I think that was why it was so big for women. And it was a little controversial, I think, even for Mormon women, because if they read it, it was like reading pornography. But anyway, so I just felt like it was one of those things.
But it was a gray area.
Yeah, I just was, okay, you won't watch, Braveheart with me, but you'll watch this crap on TV about this so pretentious, it's such a crazy.
The thing is, a half of it's, to me, it's just drama, right? It's all just drama. So to me, when I watch it, it's just funny to see how dramatic some people can be, or just seeing how people react to being in this situation.
Yeah.
And it has nothing to do with the sex, drugs, and alcohol type. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just more entertainment because people are crazy, and I like to watch people, especially crazy ones. It's the best people watching you will ever get.
It's like being in an airport. I'm sure people I'm sure we're interesting to watch too.
Yeah.
Our kids, and
it's also they edit it so much, so you only see
totally.
So it's not even real. So you go into it thinking this is not even real, but it's entertaining because you're a hot mess.
Yeah. Anyway.
So
Bachelor and Bachelorette is garbage.
That's what he says.
That's my opinion.
But I also think that Harry Potter and Lord of the Rings are overrated. So I have yet.
That's a little different, but you're right. You do think that, and that's
well, I'm just saying a difference in. I have a different genre of entertainment.
You don't understand good TV and good movies. It's fine.
I have yet to stay awake. My family all loves those. I don't
yet hate
to
them.
Stay awake.
I like them more than you for sure. I've enjoyed Lord of the Rings and Hobbit,
and I don't hate it. I just I wouldn't
movies.
choose to watch it ever.
They're long
But I'm not like a anti Harry Potter. You know what I mean?
You're a hater, and you need to change your attitude.
Well, love you all, just not Harry. Just kidding. Just kidding.
Harry DeLong.
Stop.
You need to take that out.
That needs to be taken out. Oh my gosh.
Harry DeLong Potter, dude. PG-13. # Harry Potter.
That's the X version of Harry Potter.
Oh, there's that out there, guaranteed.
Sure.
Get on Google, you'd probably find some crazy Harry Potter stuff.
Oh no.
And Lord of the Rings.
I'm sure.
Those crazy Hobbit feet and the.
Speaking of feet are disgusting.
Yeah, they are.
Feet are really gross. I hate feet. I blame my brothers for making it worse. But I do not understand that it's a fetish. I don't. Not in any way.
Yeah, I don't understand the fetish side of it. I will say that I'm not like a foot fetisher, but if I've been around girls that just had the nastiest feet ever. And by the way, experience. My feet are nothing to brag about. So just know this in advance. My feet are just feet, whatever.
Yeah.
I have hated my feet for my whole life. I would wear socks and sandals because I was just so self-conscious about my feet for whatever reason. I just didn't ever like my feet. So just know that in advance here, okay? But they would be like these cute girls, and if they had hobbit feet or these crazy big old nasty feet, it was for whatever reason it would just make them, in my mind, less attractive.
Yeah.
But I don't understand like I would never pay for feet pics or
no,
these people that
pics are. Why is that such a thing?
What if you found out I started an OnlyFans and was selling your feet pics on OnlyFans, but we were making like $5,000 to $10,000 a month, and I just came out to you in a confession that hey, we're making like enough to pay our bills or more right now, and I don't know, pick a number. What's the number it would be to have you not be upset about it? Would you be mad is the first question. I'm selling your feet pics online.
I've had this conversation. I've had this conversation where is it a problem? Is it like pornography? Feet. It's my freaking feet.
Yeah.
I don't think it is. But because of what people do with it, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
How do you say that without
they're
being
looking
weird?
at it like it's porn?
Yeah.
Basically.
Then is it? I don't know. I'd probably still take the money.
So you wouldn't be mad if you found out that I had started a secret OnlyFans?
If you're paying all my bills, bring it.
What if it takes a little bit to...
My feet are not that cute. But I don't know that we could get
Hey,
that.
guys, if anybody has she's not going to be mad. She's not going to be mad. I don't know how to do this. Call me.
It's my favorite when you go to like an Amazon review and they've like etched out their feet. Have you seen that?
No.
They have their swimsuit on just to show you in the review like how it fits on a normal person.
Yeah.
And then they're on the beach, so no shoes on. And they cross out their feet with their little pencil markings.
So you can't see their ugly feet or what?
No.
Oh, so people aren't using
free
them.
feet pics.
Yeah. No free feet pics.
Listen.
Anyway, we're probably getting in trouble for this part of our podcast. But
it's fine.
There's that chick that was selling her farts in a jar or something and some crazy stuff, man. I don't know. People do weird stuff to make money, and there's some weird... I wonder what the age demographic is for people that buy that crap. Literally. No pun intended. Is it older guys that are just lonely?
But like, what is it? What's the attraction? I don't know. We need to get off the subject. This has gone too far. But
I'll sell my sweaty gym shirt on OnlyFans. Probably to like old nasty men.
They can have it. They can have it.
I need to get some new ones anyway.
I wash those. They can have it.
I sweat so much at the gym.
Oh my gosh.
Does anybody else sweat profusely? I get on that treadmill and I am drenched.
I tell them to take the shirt directly to the washing machine.
Which I do, for the most part.
Yeah. I did have to Febreze the laundry yesterday because I was like, the basket.
Oh, yeah, because there was stuff in the washing machine, so I hung it on the basket. Yeah. Sorry about that. Stinky. Hey, at least I'm out getting after it. Trying to exercise.
Okay, my last one.
All right. I gotta go potty, so we gotta hurry.
Oh, my gosh.
And we gotta get Gwen and eat. I'm hungry.
Okay. Hot take. Keto's the worst.
I think it's a good way to kickstart a diet, but it's not something I would say is a sustainable diet, even though once you're in it, it's pretty easy to stick with. I was talking
especially if you do dirty keto. If you're just eating all the cheese and cream cheese and
yeah,
if that's your only
way of coping with it
or way of doing it, right? Oh,
yeah,
the worst.
I lost a bunch of weight last summer on keto, and I leaned down the best I'd probably looked in about a year.
But
I went backwards in my strength. I went backwards in my energy levels. I didn't feel as good. We talked about this briefly in another episode, but tracking my macros is the best I've ever felt. So I'm trying to just get to that, like just, less calories, more protein, calorie deficit essentially, and then get to a sustainable weight. If I can get down about 15 pounds, 10 pounds, 15 pounds from where I'm at right now, I know exactly, like, I just know my body well enough that that'll be about exactly where I need and want to be to feel the best. The problem is I get to there and I want to get bulkier. I want to bulk up because I don't like being so lean sometimes. So it's just battle of just back and forth, you know?
Yeah.
And you complain that I'm not comfortable to lay on because I get all bony and poking you in the head with my muscles, but I haven't ever been like that jacked.
It's just not as comfortable.
So she'd rather have me have man titties and
I like them big. I like them
just
chunky.
I guess some chicks do like dad bods. I had thought that was bullcrap, but here we are. She's forgiving.
No, I just want, like, I don't want to lay on you like I'm laying on the cement. Like, come on.
Yeah, I don't know if it's...
You wouldn't enjoy that either.
I'm a guy. I like a soft woman. I wouldn't want to lay on a...
No, the other thing too is that I was talking to that health coach, and she was saying, as far as keto goes, she's like, yeah, you're going to lose weight, lean down. But I don't know the research or anything on it. She just said that a lot of it is water weight because you don't have anything to keep the water in. Your proteins and fats, that doesn't hold water. It doesn't retain the water like your vegetables and carbs would.
This is your health coach you're going to?
Yeah. So I thought, oh my gosh. Plus then because you don't have carbs is where you get your energy. So it makes total sense that, and I know you need to balance your carbs, right? Yeah. But carbs are not the enemy, which we have put them out to be.
Yeah. The reports that have been coming out on that 60 Minutes interview about the lady that said 90% of your whatever was the reason people are obese is because of your genetics. I wanted to choke that lady.
Oh yeah.
Like where we're headed with society and health is a joke.
Genetics do have something to do with
it, for sure, but not they're not.
They don't dictate your daily choices
at all.
Yeah.
If you wanted to be healthy and ate healthy and found a nutritionist and really gave a crap about your health, go do it. Go exercise. Go eat better. Calorie deficit, really, in the end, is all you need to get to where you want to go.
Yeah. Well,
to have the option to just eat less. And I know there's different medical issues, for sure. I'm not saying that there aren't those. I'm just saying it's not the main reason we're dealing with an obesity problem in America is not genetics.
Yeah.
You know?
When we're talking like, I don't know,
we're not
above a certain weight, I should say.
Yeah.
Then genetics doesn't have anything to do with it. Or doesn't always have something to do with it. Another thing that I kind of got talked into thinking that, anyway, I had a doctor prescribe me Ozempic, which I knew nothing about.
Right.
Going into it, she just told me that she thinks that my blood sugar levels, right?
Yeah.
Were kind of out of whack, and so she's wondering if this would level them out, and sold it to me in the like pre-diabetic, which diabetes runs in my family, type way.
Yeah. That
it may help regulate. And so I said, okay, well, let's try it. Well, I felt like poo-poo caca. I felt like I was pregnant and always wanted to vomit anything I ate.
And you did vomit on it
and
a few times.
And I did vomit quite a few times.
Yeah.
And I just kept feeling 90% of the time when I took it, I kept having a pushback where it just didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And I had the thought, is this another fen thing? I don't know nothing. I should have done more research. Is this just another quick fix type thing that is going to come back and there's not enough research on it to be able to say this actually causes all these things. And now that I stopped taking it and I keep getting blasted with things about how it's awful, that it's not, it doesn't care where you lose weight from. It's not biased between your fat or muscle. It'll just take whatever it can take. And you don't have the energy to exercise and you're constantly feeling sick. So you're not taking in nutrition, as much good nutrition.
Yeah.
Anyway. And so all these things keep coming to me saying, yeah, you made the right choice. And I'm glad that I listened and stuff when I did, because I don't want the long-term effects of that, you know?
Yeah.
Whatever it's going to bring. So, I'm starting back over and over again. It's just another diet fad that I'm over that.
When was the last time you took it?
Like October?
So it's been a while. Recently, in the past month or two, I heard about that celebrity. Oh, she was like an Instagram lady.
Yeah, she's.
What was her name? Do you remember?
Jillian Michaels.
No. She was a bigger fitness model or personality or something that hopped on Ozempic, or the same thing you were on, I thought.
Oh.
And then she got off of it, and then she claimed that she gained more weight after getting off of it than she had before getting on it.
And that's the hard thing with the fad diets, is that usually that's the yo-yo that you do.
Well, she didn't realize, she thought it would help her slim down, and maybe, I don't know. She didn't realize that once she got off of it, her cravings would come back twice as hard.
Yeah.
And it would be twice as hard for her to keep the weight off. And I don't know. I don't know that there's a way to totally cheat it all other than steroids and that, you know. But anyway, yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Are the answer?
I don't know. I'd like to try steroids someday.
It's not the right answer, babe.
There's healthier steroids and not healthier steroids. Mm. I don't know. I kind of joke about it, but who knows? Maybe I'll just get jacked and tan and be like that Robert Frank guy.
I don't even know who that is.
I love him. He's pretty inappropriate at times, but he's pretty funny.
Anyway.
Jacked and tan.
Is that his slogan?
Yeah.
Oh,
there's more. He has these little funny sayings he does.
Killer.
Swole is the goal, size is the prize. Every day's chest day. Leg day sucks, so we don't ever do leg day. It's all about arms and chest.
But it's all about your base. You have to
strengthen
your base.
He jokes about it. I'm just teasing. And he's pretty honest about everything. He's been pretty honest about his steroid use. And there's some other funny guys that are on social media and stuff that talk about it. But anyway.
Cool. Well, those are some of our hot takes.
Thanks. I love you.
Love you. Most.